Why is it that some people seem to win at everything, while others just coast through life, stuck in the same spot? Here's the truth most people never tell you. Success. It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. And if you're tired of being average, if you're sick of watching others rise while you're stuck, you're in the right place. Because in this video, we're breaking down exactly how to force yourself to stay disciplined and finally stop living a mediocre life. Let's get into it. Motivation is a liar. It shows up when it wants, disappears when you need it, and worst of all, it fools you into thinking it's enough. You feel pumped for a day, maybe two, then boom, you're back to scrolling your phone, skipping workouts, and putting off everything that matters because motivation is fleeting, it's emotional, temporary, weak. Discipline shows up, even when you don't feel like it. It's what gets you out of bed at 5 a.m. when your brain says, hit snooze. It's what keeps you working when everyone else is chilling. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you'd rather do anything else. So why is discipline so hard? It's not just laziness, there's always something deeper underneath. For some people, it's procrastination, that voice in your head saying, I'll do it later, until later never comes. For others, it's fear of failure, because let's be honest, it's easier to avoid the work than to risk falling short. And for a lot of us, it's simply not knowing what we actually want. No clear goals, no direction, just floating through the day, reacting to whatever pops up. We're addicted to it. Likes, swipes, snacks, Netflix. Why build for the future when you can scroll and feel good right now, right? That constant chase for short-term pleasure is silently destroying long-term potential. And most people don't even realize it's happening. This is why self-awareness matters. If you can't recognize what's stopping you, you'll never break free from it. Recognizing these barriers is the first step. Discipline is a skill you can build. But first, you need a solid framework. Start by setting clear, achievable goals. None of that vague, I want to be successful stuff. Get specific, write it down, know exactly what you're aiming for. Next, break those big goals into small, manageable steps. Trying to do everything at once is a recipe for burnout. Focus on the next right action, then the next one after that. Then build routines and habits that naturally push you forward. Make discipline automatic. When it's part of your daily rhythm, it's way easier to stick with. And don't underestimate the power of simple tools. Calendars, to-do lists, reminders, anything that keeps you on track, and be honest with yourself. Here's the hard truth nobody wants to hear. If it's always comfortable, you're probably not growing. Real progress? It's uncomfortable. Waking up early when your body begs for sleep, working out when you're sore, studying when your brain says just one episode. That's where discipline lives, in the resistance. The people who win long-term are the ones who push through the discomfort instead of running from it. Look at anyone successful. Athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, they didn't get there by coasting. They leaned into the pain. They kept going when it was boring, hard, or straight up miserable. Discomfort wasn't a wall for them. It was a signal. You're on the right path. Keep going. But embracing the struggle is just one part of the puzzle. How do you stay consistent day after day, week after week when life gets in the way? You can have all the goals, routines, and motivation in the world, but if your environment sucks, discipline doesn't stand a chance. It's hard to stay focused when you're surrounded by distractions. TV blaring, phone buzzing, people dragging you into their drama? Yeah, that's a discipline killer. If you want to level up, you need to design your environment for success. Keep your space clean. Hide the junk that tempts you. Make it easier to do the right thing and harder to fall off. But even more powerful than your environment is your circle. Surround yourself with disciplined people, people who push you, who live what they preach. Because if you hang around 5 unmotivated friends, guess who becomes the 6th? Discipline isn't just about what you do, it's about how you think. To stay consistent, you need to adopt a growth mindset, meaning you stop seeing failure as the end and start seeing it as a lesson. Messed up your routine today? Good. That's feedback. Learn, adjust, and move on. Then comes the real battle, short-term pleasure versus long-term gain. Most people cave for comfort now and regret it later. But disciplined people, they train their minds to visualize the long-term reward, that feeling of pride, progress, and real success. That's what pulls them forward when quitting feels easier. And here's what no one tells you. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being kind to yourself when you slip and still choosing to get back on track. Self-compassion isn't weakness, it's fuel. It lets you reset without shame and keep going without guilt. Because once your mindset shifts, discipline stops being a struggle and starts becoming a lifestyle.